Thank you for joining me on my masterclass. Now, today we're talking about Warren Buffett. Now, Warren Buffett said Bitcoin is useless. His exact words. Is he right? Now, today we're going to examine that statement. We're going to examine the statement. Now, 2 years ago, Warren Buffett said that Bitcoin has no unique value. He actually said that. He says, it has no unique value. Now, when you take that statement and then you also take a statement that Bitcoin is just basically is useless, you know, do the facts support those statements? Actually, the facts don't. They don't support that statement. If you look at it, fiat currency. Even Warren Buffett himself has said that money is not an asset. Money, I mean, you can actually look this up. You can research it. He said it on several videos. Now, what unique value does fiat currency, that is money, that is legal tender, like the dollar, the pound, the Iranian real, the Russian ruble, the Chinese yuan, what unique value do they have? They don't have any unique intrinsic value. It's just paper. There is no intrinsic value in that paper. The value that it has, the value that any money, any legal tender has, other than gold, which has intrinsic value, is the fact that people are willing to accept it as a exchange for goods and services. So people are willing to accept it as an exchange for goods and services. So anywhere around the world, the value of money is because people are willing to accept it as payment for goods and services. So that's why you see like some currencies like the Zimbabwean dollar, to some extent the Nigerian naira, the Venezuelan bolivar are not doing well, because if you take those currencies to a place like England or to New York or to maybe like in Australia, people are not going to accept that. You can't exchange them because people are not willing to accept it in the bureau de change over there. It only has value in their home countries. Then if you take a currency like the pound or like the British pound sterling or the United States dollar, anywhere in the world you go, people are willing to accept it. So that's why those currencies, they have a value. So it's just paper. The only value it has is that people are willing to accept it. So the more people are willing to accept a paper currency, the higher the value is. The less people are willing to accept a paper currency, the lower the value is. And it's the same thing with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not useless, like Warren Buffett said. Bitcoin has value. Bitcoin has a lot of value. So I'm going to tell you the value that Bitcoin has. Bitcoin is accepted almost all over the world. I would say all over the world. It's accepted all over the world. But in some places like China recently, they've put a ban on it. Not because the Chinese people were accepting it, and then the Chinese government felt threatened because it's a communist government and they want to control everything, and they cannot control cryptocurrency. That's the look at the word crypto, secret. So they couldn't control it, and that's why they've banned it. So all over the world, and just like the pound or the dollar, all over the world, people accept cryptocurrency even more than the pound or the dollar. What do I mean? Okay, September 7, 2021, El Salvador adopted Bitcoin officially as their legal tender. So the legal tender, the money of El Salvador, is Bitcoin. So you can go you can go to Papua New Guinea right now. You can go to Peru. You can go to Timbuktu. You can go to anywhere, and they accept Bitcoin. So that's what gives it value: the fact that it's accepted by people. So look, you got to understand this. Technology isn't Warren Buffett's strong point. It's not his strong point at all. Technology is not his strong point. He's approaching 90. And so he has a strong point, investing is a strong point, but technology is not a strong point. Let's look at people who have technology as a strong point. Now let's look at people. Now, Facebook, it's the biggest social network. It was not actually invented by Mark Zuckerberg. You watched the movie, The Social Network, you saw how it came about. It was two brothers who came up with an idea, and then they invited Mark Zuckerberg, and then there was some controversy. They sued him to court, and then he settled them. But these two brothers, their name are the Winklevoss twins. The Winklevoss twins. That's Winklevoss. Some people say, why do you spell things out? Listen, not all my viewers can see. Some of my viewers, they're visually impaired, so that's why I do that. The Winklevoss twins. So these guys are probably the top technology investors in the whole world. They've got a management firm there, no, a capital management firm. It's called Winklevoss Capital Management. Now, each of the twins holds $1.4 billion worth of Bitcoin. Each of them. So together they have $2.8 billion worth of Bitcoin. And these are young people. One of them is an Olympic athlete. As an Olympic athlete, he rose. So these people understand technology. They understand it far better than the duo of Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger. They have their strong points, Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger. They have their strong point, but it's not in technology. Now let's look at another person, Elon Musk, who is now the richest man in the whole world. Elon Musk's company, Tesla, they own $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. You can research it. Don't take my word for it. You can research it. $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. So look at it. Are you trying to tell me that Warren Buffett understands technology better than Elon Musk? No, 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 no. There is no basis for comparison. Elon Musk just, launched a vehicle to Mars. This is a man who's gone to space. He understands technology even to a greedy detail. And so when you look at what he's done, you can begin to see that Warren Buffett is wrong. Not just that, okay, take into account the fact that, Mark Cuban, I don't know if you've watched the Shark Tank in America, maybe they syndicate it in your country. Mark Cuban is a billionaire investor. But what he does, he has a show in America. It's called Shark Tank. Now, this is a billionaire. He's richer than Donald Trump. And then he said something. He said that 80% of his holdings now are going to be in cryptocurrency, specifically Bitcoin, but other currencies. But he says, and you can research it, don't take my word for it. He says 80% of his holdings are now going to be in cryptocurrency. This is a man that understands technology. So I will tell you, buy, invest in it. Look, when Warren Buffett said this 2 years ago, what was the price of Bitcoin? Bitcoin was, it was quite low. I think when he said it, the price of Bitcoin was, if I'm not mistaken, but let me not give, because I didn't research that before this video. When Bitcoin came out, it was how much? This was less than 10 years ago. $1. Today, as I speak to you right now, Bitcoin is about $38,700 because it's falling. It went as high as $64,000 and it's still going to come back up. So don't listen to people that don't understand the technology, that don't understand blockchain, that don't understand mining, that don't understand the way all of this is linked together. Warren Buffett has a strong point, and then there's one thing that I understand is that you need to understand the boundaries of your own competence and then stay there and do not exceed the boundaries of your own competence. When Warren Buffett says this, he is exceeding the boundaries of his own competence. My name is Warren Buffett. If you've watched this and you have questions arising from this video, put them in the comment section. And then my staff will curate them, they'll bring them to me. If you see the responses, I'm the one doing it, not my staff. I'm the one doing it. So you got to be careful. I do not have a Gmail account. I do not have a WhatsApp forum. I do not have a Telegram channel. So no Gmail email address, no WhatsApp forum, no Telegram channel. Scammers have seen that my videos tend to go viral, so they've created multiple fake YouTube profiles, and then they go to the comment section of my emails, of my YouTube videos, and then they begin to approach people, giving them WhatsApp numbers, giving them email addresses, giving them Telegram channels, and then they dupe these people. Please be informed and be warned. Do not be duped. My name is Rena Mokri, and I want to say thank you for watching. God bless you.